Hey, Buff Nation, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson here. Coming up this week in the Buffalo Stampede, we're going to wrap up the football game with Arizona with my partner and Buffs great coach, Gary Barnett. Also in basketball, how about the two men's and women's basketball teams? J.R. Payne after a big win over Oklahoma State. The men's team 3-0. We're going to talk with the McDonald's All-American Cody Williams. And we'll look back in the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies with a Buffs great offensive lineman, Nate Solder. All this week in the Buffalo Stampede. Steps over the pocket, runs out to his left. He's got room, running at the 10-yard line, running at the 5-yard line, cuts to his right, dives to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Colorado! A 16-yard scramble and rushing touchdown by Shedeur Sanders. Quarterback Shedeur Sanders with his fourth rushing touchdown of the season. That opened up the scoring, and it was a good college football game going back and forth all day long. Buffs eventually fall on a last-second field goal, 34-31 to number 23 Arizona. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Folsom Field, Buffalo Stampede. Coach Gary Barnett, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Well, from an entertainment standpoint, it was a great college football game. How about what went on the field?
Well, I think it's much better than what we've done the last couple of weeks, Mark. We're more consistent than we were against Stanford. We were more consistent than we were last week. We're playing a good football team. I think we're probably playing the second best team we've played all year. And, you know, we went on top. We played well. We answered every score that they had. It was a great college football game. In the end, the difference was 207 yards rushing by Arizona, and we couldn't tackle. Yeah. And we had trouble. Big runs hurt us. But in the end, it was a heck of a football game, and we lost.
Colorado did something in this game they haven't done much of this season. Last week, they had minus 7 yards rushing. This time, 77-yard rushing. Gave up 3 sacks. Those are improvements. They're steps in the right direction. I know I'm looking for incremental things here, but as this process continues, that's positivity.
Yeah, you know who you're talking to.
I know. I mean,
77 yards rushing.
That was a corner.
We're going to brag about that.
That was a corner, I know.
But you're right. You're right. It's who we are, and that's the way it is. And, well, no turnovers in the entire game for either team. I thought Shedeur played well. I thought he was valiant in his efforts. He made some great scrambles to get away, made some good throws. Yeah,
the Buffaloes. Again, it was a very competitive football game with Arizona, but they have the late drive. They control the clock, get the late field goal to win 34-31. Afterward, we heard from head coach Deion Sanders. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Celebrate responsibly.
Fought hard, played tough. Just had a wonderful conversation with the team as well as the seniors who will never get to play here again. I apologize on behalf of just myself, the staff, or the support staff that we didn't send them out right in which we wanted to because they deserve it. Apologizing to the fan base. They've been supporting the heck out of us, and they've been showing up and showing out another sellout crowd that ended in disappointment. We're so close is what I told the team, but yet so far. We just simply truly don't know how to win yet. It's not for lack of effort, not for lack of coaching with the staff or the support staff, the trainers and strength and conditioning and everybody around. They're doing a phenomenal job. We just can't get over that hump. Another game right there. And I don't know from your advantage point, your viewpoint, but it seemed like we were the better team. And we just couldn't get it done. And the best thing about it is that in our first year, we haven't even been here a year, but we're right there. I mean, we're right there in all these darn games, except for one where we got our butts slaughtered in Oregon, that we've had an opportunity to win.
There's Coach Prime after the ball game. Buffs fall 34-31, last-second field goal by Tyler Loop for Arizona. They win it and walk out of here with the victory. Buffs now go on the road for 2 more on the road to wrap up the season at Washington State and at Utah the weekend after Thanksgiving. Go back to special teams for a moment. I mean, that was you're a big proponent of that, very important in a ball game. We talked a little about what Xavier Weaver did. We talked about what Mark Bassett did. They were a big part of this, keeping Colorado in this game.
No question. And, you know, it comes down to Amada kicked a key field goal for us at the point. He missed one at the key time, but coverages were outstanding. You know, where Bassett put that ball, there were 2 times that on 4th down, when the fans wanted us to go for it,
Yeah.
we punted, put them down inside their own 5-yard line, came back and scored because of the field position we got between the combination of the punt return and where Vasa had kicked the ball. So when your special teams can be really effective like ours was today, it gives you a much better chance, a bigger chance. And at least they were doing that today, I thought.
Yeah. How about the defensive side? I mean, the defense, many times the last couple of weeks, I think, kept us in ball games. They gave up some big plays today, but overall, what was your grade there?
Yeah, I think the last 4 or 5 games, it's hard to fault our defense for much other than that we're not a great tackling team, and that showed up today. And, we're playing ranked teams, and it means they're ranked for a reason, and it's probably because they can do both run and throw. And this team could run, and 207 yards shows you that. Now, part of that was missed tackles, but we got to get better at that.
Next weekend, big opportunity for Colorado, both Colorado and Washington State. Wazoo started out very hot, just like the Buffaloes did. They tailed off as well. Interesting matchup on a Friday night.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup in a foreign place, way up there. And yeah, it's going to see which team wants to play the most in this game, because it's a hard game for Colorado to travel to and play in. Their backs are to the wall, or at least that's what the perception is.
Right.
They need to play like their backs are to the wall.
Buffaloes on the road Friday night, 8:30 game, late one. Coach and I, along with Bobby Passavento, will hit the air at 6:30 Mountain Time with the Buffalo Stampede pregame show from the Palouse. We always love going up to Pullman for the last time. Coming up next here in the Buffalo Stampede.
For the last time.
That's Coach Gary Barnett. We're going to talk some women's basketball. Good basketball time right now for the Buffaloes. We'll talk hoops in a moment.
By Sherrod, and she has nothing but a wide open lane. Cowgirls hanging around. They take it over. And Smith, nothing but net on the 3.
What a great start to the season. 3-0 in the campaign, and now ranked number 5 in the country. Welcome back to Buffalo Stampede. Voice of the Buff, Mark Johnson. Wish he's the toast of Boulder, Colorado. That's J.R. Payne, the head coach. Pretty good to be you right now.
Well, yeah, it has been a good week. We'll say that. A great start to season.
We haven't had a chance to have you on the show. We talked about the win over LSU. When you do something like that, JR, that kind of changes everything. I'd imagine your phone blew up and really kind of changes everything around the team a little bit.
Yeah, the interesting thing is so much talk and hype and energy outside the program coming in. The day after the game, the following days leading up to the Lemoyne game and then Oklahoma State, for us, it just was business as usual. Right. People outside the program have a really hard time believing that. But it's true. You could ask anybody in the team. It was like we immediately went to the next scout and got focused on what was coming up.
That's what it is living in 2023 with social media. Everything becomes a big deal. And then so you as a coach, then you've got to learn to balance that. Now the good news is you got a relatively veteran team that maybe can handle that kind of thing.
It's a huge advantage. Like if we had a really young group that kind of ebbed and flowed with every, movement, it would be really hard to do, I think. But our seniors were the first ones to talk in that next practice about how what's in the past is in the past. It was awesome, but we have to focus on our job today, and moving forward. So they've been a tremendous help.
The old line we hear all the time, getting drunk on your own wine. You come back, you beat Lemoyne by 59, and nail biter in that one. Then Oklahoma State comes to town.
Yeah.
They give you a heck of a game. That was a heck of a contest for you, too.
It was a heck of a game. Yeah, I mean, I think they shot 50, or they made 15 threes, over 50% from 3. So not our best effort defensively, but tremendous effort down the stretch. Like great fourth quarter. We stuck together. We never really faltered, or split or anything like that. So it was good resiliency for us.
But it's interesting as I'm watching that game, I'm thinking to myself, that's good for you. Right?
Definitely.
You get the win over number 1. You blow out another team.
Yeah.
It's good to face some adversity, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that game, I said after the game, this game prepares us more for what we're going to face than any other game we've played yet this year. So it's big.
The Buffaloes get the win over the Cowgirls of Oklahoma State. Afterward, we heard from Kendall Wetta. Powered by Ford. Cars, trucks, and SUVs built for America. Built Ford proud.
86-75 Buffs over the Cowgirls. Kendall Wetta, a huge part of that today. Congratulations on the win, 3-0 for the Buffs, but you look at 15 points for yourself and 1 huge steal everywhere on defense. How do you get the job done night in and night out?
I don't know about night in and night out. As a team, we do, but I just come out here every day and do what I can, help the team. I know a lot of that comes from my defense, and so just pressure the ball and cause havoc.
Kendall, you felt the game kind of slipping away, and this Oklahoma State team really flexing their muscle. You came in and made a huge difference all over this floor. did you come in with a mindset that I got to change this thing?
You know, whenever they put me in, I'm going to make the most of my minutes, and yeah, that doesn't change whether we're down, up, anything. Just do what I can to help my team.
How different does it feel in this building when Frida hit that shot and then you hit that shot and all of a sudden it's loud and you can feel the energy?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, we looked around today and we had a great crowd, and making big plays and hearing everybody is amazing. We love that.
Kendall Wetta, after the Buffaloes win over the Cowgirls of Oklahoma State, now sitting at 3-0 in the campaign. Kendall's playing some pretty good basketball.
Oh my gosh. People ask me about Kendall, and I just say every coach in the world would love to have a team full of Kendall Wettas.
Yeah.
She's tough. She's resilient. She's unflappable. She does anything that's asked of her and more. She's just an absolute rock for us.
With building a resume like this, does that elevate the team's view of itself as well?
I think so. I mean, I think we're naturally a very confident group in each other. We don't have any real egos on the team. We're a very unselfish group. But we love to compete and we love to prop each other up. So we believe in ourselves. We believe in each other. It doesn't really matter who we play. We have that same belief.
So with success comes belief a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, we think we can beat anybody, you know, if we do our job, if we stay true to our core values, things like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Erin Vonleh, by the way, was named the Pac-12 Player of the Week for women's basketball. The Pac-12, she's playing very good basketball.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody is right now, right?
Yeah, everybody's playing pretty well, but Nettie is, we told her at the beginning of the year, we think you could be one of the best centers in America, you know, and she's so shy. Oh, thank you. You know, like very quiet and humble and all those things. So it's really cool to see her blossoming in her confidence because she is tremendous.
You know, we just recently lost the great Bobby Knight here recently as a coach, right?
Yeah.
And he told us a great story about coaching the Olympic team one time. He said they played almost a perfect half, and I walked in thinking, what am I going to say to him? Well, you've got a team playing this well right now. What do you say to them? What do you pick at?
We're pretty intentional about, after every single game, we do highlights and lowlights. So we talk about the things we did well. We definitely talk about the things that we need to keep improving, you know, individually and collectively. So we're pretty, you know, black and white with our group. They always know where they stand and where we need to get better.
Now the Buffs have got some time off. They're on the road against SMU and want to continue the momentum. Keep up the good work.
All right, thanks.
All right, J.R. Payne, the women ranked number 5 in the country. They'll take on the SMU team coming up this weekend. Coming up next, we're going to talk men's basketball. Head coach Tad Boyle. The Buffaloes up court, got it to Williams, down the lane to the rack, and slams with the right hand. Holy cow! Nice play by the freshman for the Buffaloes. Cody Williams had 17 points, first double-digit scoring game for Cody since he got here to be a Buffalo. Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson, the aforementioned Cody Williams joining us. That was kind of a fun game, wasn't it? I mean, you guys are 3-0 right now, and kind of give us a feel of this whole thing now that you jumped into the season.
I think just the biggest thing is like just our unselfishness and our defensive intensity. It really just creates openings for a lot of people. And as you saw last game, we had 5 people in double digits. This game we had 6 people, and it was 6 different people. Yeah. So I think like just having that type of like basketball environment it's very easy for like a freshman like me to come in and kind of just play my game and feel really comfortable out there.
Cody, the thing I like about you, and Tad told me this when Cody was, before he got here, was you don't seem to come in and put the pressure on yourself. It's just kind of come in and be part of this team, right? Is that kind of the mindset you had coming in this season?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, because, it's very easy to look at an article saying I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, and just feeling a bunch of pressure, feeling like I have to, go to the NBA this year. Like, I don't have to do anything. For me, it was really just, like, take my time and focus on getting better each and every day, and Tad's done a great job preparing me, just making sure each day, I'm working on the little details and becoming a better player.
Although I will say, in this game, you seem very aggressive early on. Like when you got the ball, I want to make something happen.
It's just a testament to our coaches. They trusted me. The first play, they saw number 10 was guarding me, and that was kind of their worst offender. So they put me in an ISO position to attack, and that kind of got me going. So just, huge thanks to my teammates and my coach for having that trust in me early on.
Is it nice coming into a team like this where you've got a preseason All-America like Tristan Da Silva, KJ is an established player, Luke, Javon. There's guys that are really cornerstones of this thing. So as you come in, it's not like you've got to carry a team, right?
Oh, yeah, and then I just learned a lot from these guys. Like, they're showing me the ins and outs of college basketball, how to, score, where to score, like little defensive principles. So for me, just coming in with guys that established and learning from them, it really helps me just hop in and be effective.
Yeah, Cody had 17 points as the Buffaloes win by 27, improved to 3-0, and afterward we heard from head coach Tad Boyle.
Good win. Anytime you win going away like that, and look, I think Milwaukee's a really good team. I think they're going to win a lot of games in their league tonight. We obviously shot the ball well. Offensively, we were as good as we've been all year tonight. So, and with that being said, we still have a lot of room for for improvement. You know, I mean, 19 offensive rebounds given up is something that's not acceptable. Gave up 11 threes against a team that we knew was a good shooting team. That's too many. So those are the two areas where, you know, I'm dialing in, because what I've got to do with these guys is make them understand that, you know, we can maybe get away with some things early in the season with our schedule that we're not going to be able to get away with as we move forward. And guess what? We're moving forward right now to a really good, well-coached Richmond team. When we go down to Florida, it's going to be a different animal in both games, no matter what happens and who we play. So I'm pleased. I love how our veterans are playing. It was great to see Cody come out aggressive. I mean, he's obviously a special player. It's great to see R.J. Smith coming off a redshirt year, you know, shoot the ball like he did and gain some confidence. So we got to keep getting better and not be satisfied with where we are. And if we continue to do that and share the ball, another 25 assist night, it's a fun way to play. It's fun to watch as fans, and sure even as media, and it's sure fun as a coach when your guys share the ball and move it.
Head coach Tad Boyle after the Buffaloes win by 27 over the Milwaukee Panthers. We continue with freshman Cody Williams here at the Buffalo Stampede. Your game is really interesting to me because you do so many things out there. What's your favorite thing? I mean, you really seem to be a willing passer, a guy who likes to get everybody involved. Is that true?
Oh, most definitely. I'm very unselfish, and I think that's kind of like why I fit into this team so good. Is just everyone on their team is unselfish. So for me, just passing, like if my guy's open in the corner for one more, I'm gonna throw it. And then I really love defense. That's my thing. I really just like stopping people, you know, getting in their head, kind of shutting them off, and then, you know, it makes it easiest for us to run in transition when we get stopped. So for me, I just have a really good like defensive mindset.
Everyone knows his older brother plays in the NBA. He's a very good player in the NBA. What have you learned from him? Do you think that it kind of helped your game as you were growing up?
Growing up, I think kind of just pace. Growing up, I was a guard, obviously, and I kind of grew. He kind of taught me to keep those guard skills, you know, how to handle pressure. And then, like, recently now, it's kind of using my size to get to my spots. He's like, you're 6'8", there's no way anyone can stop, you know, pull-up jump shot, get into your spots. So for me, he's just showing me ways how to score, and then, like, getting through ball screens, you know, being up in the gap, because he's a really good defender. He's one of the great defenders, so he's just teaching me a lot defensively and offensively. I learn from him every day.
When's the last time the two of you played one-on-one?
I think maybe my sophomore, junior.
So it's been a while.
It's been a few years, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. We need a rematch, but I'm not gonna lie, he's looking dangerous right now. So.
Well, yeah, he's got that. And of course, when you're in the NBA, there's a lot of money on the line there too, doing those kind of things. All right, where this team is at now? You're 3-0. You're heading to Daytona Beach now for the Sunshine Slam. You got a big game against Richmond, then you got either UNLV or Florida State. All of a sudden, as Tad likes to say, the price of poker's going up a little bit. Better competition. Miami down the road here in a little while, right? Is this team ready for that kind of thing?
Oh, of course. I think the biggest thing he's taught us that's helped us a lot is, you know, he always says, don't get drunk on your own wine. Kind of, you know, move on to the next game. What we did here doesn't matter anymore. Obviously, we can learn from our mistakes, but now it's on to the next game. We got to come out and execute and be prepared for a dogfight.
Love it. Buffaloes right now averaging, by the way, 25 assists per ball game. That's the way these guys share the basketball. As the 25th rated Buffaloes are 3-0 on the campaign. Cody Williams, freshman for the Buffs. Coming up next, we're going to look back at the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies and chat with the Buffs great football player Nate Solder.
Really appreciate everybody being here and seeing so many former student athletes here. It says a lot about your desire to come back, and it's with great pride and excitement that I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the outstanding individuals who have been inducted in CU's Hall of Fame. This prestigious honor is a testament to your unwavering dedication, exceptional achievements, and lasting impact on our institution. In this year's class, we have a great list of individuals from a variety of sports. We have 3 big-time football players, Andre Giroud, Bill Harris, and Nate Solder. Yeah, let's go! Emma Cobert and Carol Damon from cross country, track and field. Robert Dole from men's basketball. Brittany Spears from women's basketball. Clark Mattis from ski. Laura Munley from soccer. We also have 2 Hall of Honor inductees in 2 great Buffs, Heidi Burgett from women's soccer and Kate Fagan from women's basketball. We also have our chancellor here, who's an incredible dear friend of mine. He brought me here. He and his wife Yvonne and Sharon and John Parker going into our legacy wing of the Hall of Fame. This is the time for Colorado athletics to really focus on making this university, this department, great for the long term.
Well, 13 new inductees in the CU Athletic Hall of Fame, the Hall of Honor, the Hall of Legacy. Rick George, there were some opening comments welcoming all the new honorees back into Stampede. Hoisted of Mark Johnson, I think you remember this guy. Back in the early to mid-2000s, Nate Solder, offensive tackle All-American for the Buffaloes. That's got to be kind of a handy thing, right? Getting that call, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame at CU?
Oh, unbelievable. I was totally shocked. What an honor.
Yeah.
What an honor, yeah. The athletic director, Rick George, I've been seeing him on TV. I get the phone call. Calling me, okay. Absolutely, and I wanted to bring my family and everyone to see and be part of this.
You know, Nate, you're such an interesting story. You come from Buena Vista. I remember Gary Barnett first recruiting you, and he told me about this young man, kind of a tall, skinny kid from Buena Vista. I said, well, what is he? He goes, I don't know. He's a tight end. I guess maybe he's going to be an offensive lineman. I don't know.
Right.
Go back to that time and what you were thinking at that point.
I know, it's hilarious because I was 230 pounds, played tight end, defensive end. I actually played middle linebacker too. Like, what is this guy going to be? Do you want me to be defensive end? He's like, sure.
Right.
You need to be tight end? Sure. You need to be tight end? Sure. I don't think anyone knew, so it worked out, man. It was a lot of hard work and everything and great coaches and everything, but I'm so thankful.
Yeah. Well, coming here, I know that you had told me before that if you wouldn't have gotten an offer like this, was college basketball what you were going to try?
It was close. I was so close to going to Dartmouth to play basketball because academics was so important to me. Actually, the biggest factor was my parents couldn't afford it. So I played football at a great place, so I'm thankful for that.
Yeah. Well, what's some of your great memories here at Colorado?
Oh, wow. We had some great wins.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I remember beating Oklahoma. I remember beating Georgia. I remember some of these really fun wins. But the best memories were some of those moments that no one sees. The training with the guys and the camaraderie and all that sort of hard work you put in behind the scenes that no one really actually sees.
Now you're going to test my memory here. Was the Oklahoma win? That was when they were number 3. We came from behind to beat them, and Kevin Eberhardt had the field goal, right?
That's it.
Is that the win?
That's the one, yeah. They had all the stars.
Yes.
Like Adrian Peterson and all those boys. Yeah.
Yeah. So phenomenal comeback for the Buffaloes at this point. You went on to the NFL, played so many years in the NFL. You never seem to kind of lose your Colorado connections, though, when you're playing, winning Super Bowls for the Patriots.
Yeah, it's a formational place. This is where I grew up. And it's actually being here for this last couple of days has brought back so many great memories. What a special place to be.
Have you gotten back often?
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough. I bring these guys back once a year, and we do that camp up in Buena Vista, which has been really special for them to see where I'm from and get to know that a little bit. But at the university here, I want to come back more now.
Yeah. Is there, when you get to the NFL and you're a Colorado athlete, is there a little bit of a brotherhood there when you see guys on other teams?
As a call, oh yeah, absolutely. You see guys on the other sideline or whatever. Hey, Buff, whatever. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which has been fun. There's been some good players coming from.
Oh, without question. Tell folks what it's like when you come from a place like you did, Buena Vista. You come here to play for Colorado, and then you end up getting to the pinnacle of pro football, winning 2 Super Bowl championships. That's going to be pretty heady stuff.
Oh man. I don't deserve any of this. I really can't take any credit for it. I've had great coaches like Dante Skolnicki at New England.
Yeah.
He came and worked me out here at the University of Colorado. I fell in love with him. And so I had the opportunity. He coached me up for 7 years, and he really, I think, made the difference in my career.
What does it take? And this question, the obvious answer is you got to be 6'7", 6'8", 320 pounds. Well, what's the key to becoming a great offensive lineman? Beyond the size, obviously.
Well, I'll tell you, Scar kind of had a recipe, and he always said he's going to work the heck out of us.
Yeah.
And he's going to have tough guys that are smart enough to get it done. And I think that's the combination.
All right. These kids you got, any one of them going to be a football player at CU, or are they too smart to be football players?
I would love for them to play football. These are tough kids, and I got them in wrestling right now, which is fun for them.
Fantastic. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, sir. He's a Hall of Famer, Nate Solder, one of 13 inducted in the Hall of Fame at the University of Colorado. That'll do it this week for the Buffalo Stampede. I'm Voice of Mark Johnson. We'll talk to you next time.
They're so fun.